Whether you're a seasoned investor or a newbie, this incredibly simple investing model will determine whether you make money or lose money your entire investing career. By the end of this video, you will know the most critical number in all of property investing and how to use it to your advantage. I'm Dan Nodge, founder of Emmett Leo Homes, a custom home building company and your insider into the world of building and redesigning luxury homes. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to press the red button below to make sure you get the newest videos as soon as they come out. So what I'm about to share with you completely changed the way that I was investing in real estate. If you know anything about me or our company, you'll know that we love building luxury homes, as well as investing in things that we know, which is real estate. And maybe it's something you've always wanted to get into, or you've been in the investing game for a while, but found that you're not making enough money. And here's why. Too many people don't follow a master plan. They go to see deal after deal, trying to find the perfect one and try to buy it under value or for as cheap as they can. But how much do they plan to put into the renovation? How much can they build a spec house for? How much goes into transactional costs? What's the profit supposed to be? The simplest way that I can start you off in the right direction is by sharing the master business model for real estate investing. The easiest way to break down the numbers is to imagine every single deal as if it were worth $1 or 100 cents. So we're gonna buy the property for 40 to 60 cents on the dollar. Put another way, we're gonna buy it for 40 to 60% of the ARV, or the after repair value. Now this is the price that we think we can sell it for after all said and done. Then you're gonna renovate up to 70% of that ARV. That means that you have to buy and renovate the property for a maximum of 70% of the after repair value. Let's go through a simple example. If we're looking at a home with an ARV of $100,000, then we're trying to buy and renovate it for $70,000. That means if you buy it for $40,000, you have $30,000 of room to renovate. If it's more expensive to buy the property and you have to pay $60,000 for it, that means you can only put in $10,000 to renovate it. Make sense? This also works for building a spec home that you build to sell. Buy the land and build the home for this initial 70% of the ARV. Next step. Most newbies forget to account for transactional costs, so we're gonna throw on top an additional 10% of the ARV for transactional costs. That's legal fees, realtor fees, staging, taxes, utilities, land transfer, and any other small fee that comes up. So we're at 70% of the ARV for buying and renovating, and we're adding 10% for transactional costs. That brings us up to 80% of the ARV, which means we are left with the remaining 20% for profit of the final sale price. So let's run through an example with harder numbers just to make sure you understand. If we found a home and the comps show that it could be worth an ARV of $560,000, it would break down like this. Let's say we're asking price of $336,000. We know that's 60% of the ARV, and that's done by dividing the asking price by the ARV. Next, we have to find out how much money we can put into the renovation. So if we're calculating 70% of the ARV, or $392,000, minus the purchase price of $336,000, we have a maximum renovation budget of $56,000. If you think you can renovate this house for $56,000, you've got yourself a winner. Then we're going to allot 10% for costs, or another $56,000. This brings all of the costs and expenses up to 80% of the ARV, which will leave us with 20% for profit. So we're expecting this property to sell at full price at $560,000 and make $112,000. This works on almost every active real estate deal. If you follow the system and make sure you stay within the margins, you're gonna ensure you make money. Now, as awesome as this investing model is, if you get this one number wrong, you're hooped. What do you think it is? It's the ARV. If you don't get your after repair value correct, or you trust someone that doesn't know how to figure out a proper list price, then the entire deal is shot. Just how important is it? Let's say you plan everything for an ARV of $300K, but it actually should have been based on a lower $265,000. That means that your renovation and your costs and your purchase price will be too high, and you'll end up with only a possible profit of 10% or $25K instead of $60. Worse yet, the bigger the deal, the bigger the risk you lose money if you mess up your ARV. So if you're not rock solid on your ARV, you run the risk of messing up the whole deal and possibly leaving a ton of money on the table. I hope that helped. I'm sure you have a ton of other questions and I'd love to answer them in the comments below. If enough of you put the same question in, I'll simply make a video and answer it that way. Thanks for watching.